Capricorn, welcome to Ether Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. And if you're new here, we're doing a general collective reading today. So just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Flip and switch the roles if you need to, but don't try and make the story fit if it's, don't try and force anything. So, let's see. Your first card out, we have older woman, dealing with a relationship with an older woman. So this could be your mother or grandmother or just somebody in your life. You could be in a relationship with an older woman if you're a man. So, not sure who this is yet, but we've got victory and some endeavor. V for victory. So, I don't know, maybe this older woman has some sort of part in that. This could be a spirit guide. We've got the haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. And obviously, you've sown good seeds there because you're receiving a victory. So, you know, what you put out is what you get back, and it seems like you're going to be getting back some really good karma. And it's feeling like the energy's giving, like it's about time. Like you've been trying for something, you've been pushing, you've put in the effort, you've put in the time, you've put in the energy. And, you know, like you've pushed in the right direction. And so it's like you're overcoming something and you're finally getting, you know, good karma coming in for, like, it feels like all of it. Like this victory is part of that karma, but also it feels like, you know, you've been doing right by others. And this may have been, you know, a turnaround as well. Like it may not have always been this way, but in the recent, it's feeling like the last 6 to 12 months, what you've been doing there, what you've been trying, what you've been putting your efforts into is really like coming back now. We've got the carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. So honestly, I feel like this is all part of it. Like you have been on this journey and this has been like a when is something gonna give kind of feeling, and you know it's changed you, it's formed you, it's, you know, you've adjusted, you've persevered. And then we've got, so it's like, okay, you have a victory here, you're getting this karma, and then there's straight away something else that's a challenge for you. And then we've got an unsuccessful outcome to a problem with a broken bridge. So I guess like one thing has a breakthrough, another thing has a breakdown, but it's also giving like maybe something wasn't meant for you. I feel like this is a change of direction, or something's kind of like it's meant to be broken. It's not meant to be repaired. You're meant to go in a different direction to whatever this is here. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And we've got the ladder, climbing towards success. So I feel like, I mean, this is obviously, I'm feeling like this is business. And because we've got the key as well, successful outcome to your problem. So success, success, success. So whatever this is, it's showing up as an unsuccessful outcome, but I feel like this is actually a successful outcome, that something's not working because it's changing a direction for you, or you could be, you know, wasting your time, money, energy on something that's not going to give back, or someone. So I feel like that would have been a distraction, or that would have taken you off your course or something like that. So, you know, endings sometimes need to come in because it's not in alignment with you, whatever that is for you. So let's see what it is. Okay, so we've got a 9 of Wands. This is showing up under this older woman, this relationship. So, you know, this doesn't have to be someone older than you. This could just be somebody in like 50s, 60s, something like that, 70s. But you could be in that age category as well. Or you could be feeling like you're this older woman. You could be feeling like I'm at a point in my life where I just, I just can't deal with certain things that you consider bullshit now. Because this Nine of Wands really talks about like wounded warrior, like you've got your defenses up, you're feeling, you're protecting yourself, your perch is what was popping into my head, your environment, you're protecting yourself because of the battles and everything that you've been through. You're just very guarded now, and but you haven't given up, but you're just very clear as to what you will and won't let into your space, what you will and won't let into your environment. Things, circumstances, mostly people. You're not going to let in anybody who's going to take advantage of you or take you for granted or any of that anymore. So what's this Nine of Wands? Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. So we've got 9-9. So you know, I feel like you're almost at the end of a cycle, and that makes a lot of sense because the next, because the end of the cycle is the 10 and you're sitting at this 9. You're no longer stressed or worried about anything. I feel like you're just very clear as to your boundaries now. You're very clear as to, you've put in the effort, you've done the work here. And the rest you kind of just are leaving to God, leaving to the divine. So you're no longer stressed. It's like you've done everything you can do. You're protecting yourself and you're not stressed about it. And now it's like the outcome. You're going, okay, I've done everything I can. And I've learnt what I've learnt. I've taken the blows. I've taken the backlash. And now what will be is kind of where you're at with it. You're like, if it's meant for me, it'll come through. If it's not, I've done everything I can do in the situation. So yeah, you're not letting yourself stress about it. Yeah, the High Priestess, this is exactly the energy you're in. You're just like leaving it up to the divine now. Really, you're letting go of control. This is unlimited potential. It's like you're in this energy too of yeah, like if it's meant for me, it'll be there, and if it's not, obviously I'm not supposed to go in that direction, or that wasn't, like you've done everything you can. Now you're just letting yourself be guided, and you're okay with the result. You're really like just letting yourself, not stress anymore. You've got your boundaries and you're like, either you're with me or you're not. But like I am, standing or sitting in my divine presence. I am whole and complete. You're feeling like there's only so much you can do and the rest is out of your hands, and you're just allowing yourself to roll with it. Like I feel like you're really in this heightened spiritual state, whether you're practicing meditation or a yoga or some practice, some prayer, something that you're really drawing into yourself. You're getting this inner personal power and strength, and you're allowing just everything else to, the chips land where they're going to land, where they're going to fall, and you've got this peaceful resolve within yourself that you're going to be okay whatever happens, because you've really got that, you're connected to yourself. So this is a really good place for you to be in, really. Like you're letting go of anything that's outside of your control. And most of us, people are outside of our control. How they respond, how they react, whether they accept or don't accept, like they're on their own journeys and you're on yours, and you're just very clearly accepting you're on yours. And there's a lot of forces that are outside of our control, and you're just controlling what you can, which is you, how you react, how you respond. So what's the, oh look, Two of Cups. So this is like two things. You are so connected and in a relationship with yourself right now, at peace with yourself. You've come into union with, like, you're in that, you know, self-love union. And this can also mean you could have been in having some disconnect with somebody in a love relationship as well, but you've kind of, it's giving like you've done everything you can to, you know, make amends, to repair things, to be there for them, to communicate, to show your love, your support. And at the end of the day, if they want to come back to you, reconnect with you, if they want the same thing as well, then they'll come back. But you're at peace with it either way. You're like, you know what, you know, yes, I want this, but I'm also, you know, can love you enough to let you go. But I feel like you've got this, because you've come into your own spiritual power and in connectedness with yourself, I feel like that has made you feel really, you know, like this is putting you in a really attractive place for this other person to want to come into. It's the energy you're in. It's the energy you're in. So you've done everything you can, and now you're just letting, you know, they'll either come or they won't. They'll either meet me there, meet me halfway, or they won't. And it's okay either way is where you're at. Like, you're okay either way. So we've got the Moon in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So something could have been feeling like it was going backwards, or it wasn't seeing any growth recently. And this could have been getting to you for a while, but now you've let that go. And because with this Moon in reverse, it's like, you know, what you couldn't see or what you felt you didn't know, you know, any concerns of what was going on behind your back, or what they may or may not have been telling you that you were unaware of. It's like, you know, maybe things are coming more to the light now, or you're just like, well, if they want to come, they'll come. And now we've got a victory in some endeavor. So honestly, I already feel like you're having a victory just being in this energy. Like, this is really, really nice. You and this High Priestess energy. So, oh look, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Now the wheel is always turning. Always turning. But right now it's turning in your favor, or it's about to. And given that we just saw the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it hasn't been. It hasn't been for you, and maybe for some time, and maybe that's just another thing. You're like, I'll do what I can, but to a point, you know, if it's going to turn in my favor, it's going to turn in my favor. So I feel like there is some business matters as well as personal matters, as well as just like the best thing is that you've got this interpersonal power. Okay, so victory, a Wheel of Fortune is in your favor right now, or about to be. So I don't know, maybe you're getting a valuation on something and it comes in really, really good. Or yeah, Two of Swords. You could be making a decision, a big decision, with regards to your money right now. Or soon, shortly. We've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you're manifesting something new for yourself, and maybe you're about to make this decision, like, what am I going to cut out of my life? You could be thinking like, I could save a lot more if I downgraded my lifestyle a little bit, still at the same money, but I could really, you know, do myself a favor. I feel like some recent events in the last 6 months to 12 months has had you come to this kind of place where you're like, why am I hanging on so tightly to you know, a certain living arrangement. You know, it doesn't, like, for example, you could live in this big house and maybe it's just you, and it used to be, you know, a whole family filled up in there, and it made sense at that time, but right now you're like, this doesn't make sense anymore. I've got like my home, like some, you know, 4-bedroom home or something, and it's just you in there, or maybe you and one other, and then you got your office, and you're like, I don't need all this space. I can really downgrade, still live a great lifestyle, but like put myself in a better position. So I feel like you're making some decisions with it. Maybe you're working towards a time where you could be considering moving. But yeah, you're super masterful at what you've got. You've got all the tools and resources that you need to get what you want here. Like, I feel like you're really good with your money. So what's the Two of Swords? Oh, Queen of Wands in reverse. What in the world is she? It's so... this is coming up with this Two of Swords. So there's a feminine here that I feel like you're gonna get rid of. This is somebody around you, or maybe even somebody, if you're a masculine, this is somebody you're in a relationship with, and you're just like, you know what, you're just draining me. You're draining me energetically, financially, all of the above. You're not a match. And I get that you're going through some stuff because you're in the reverse right now, and you're, you know, but at some point you've got to, with this Nine of Wands, you've got to protect yourself in your energy. Place some boundaries, healthy boundaries for you, because if you let other energies or outside influences drain you, drag you down, then one, you can't be the best you can be for others, let alone yourself. You need to keep your, and I feel like you're really seeing somebody right now for who they are and where they're at, and it's not that you don't appreciate you know, what they're going through, but you can't allow them to drag you down with them. So I don't feel like they're gonna like this decision, but you're about to set a very firm boundary, or you're about to cut something out that's, you know, you've been spending this money on, and or that's been a drain. So who is this Queen of Wands in reverse? Oh, Seven of Cups. So yeah, this is more to do, like, this is more very much with this Magician. You've got so many options, so many choices, so much potential to do something else, to go somewhere else. I feel like this person is holding you back, whoever they are, and I feel like they're quite close to you in your personal life, and there's something that connects you to them financially. So honestly, I feel like you're having a victory in cutting out an energy that's been a drain on you. And this is going to put you in a much better financial position. So, you know, this could have been a short-term thing. But it's also like you're finally seeing somebody for who they are, and what they take from you, and what they're there to get from you. And you could even be cutting something out that this energy could be a little bit to do with you too. Like, whether this is, I feel like to have an energy like this around your, you know, there's something in you that's triggering and reflecting back on, you know, with them. Such as, like, if you were really needing or feeling the, I mean, this is a very sexual person. But, you know, emotionally disconnected at the same time. And so you might have been entertaining something like this with yourself, like for yourself, and just going, you know, like, I mean, if this union that you actually want, this long-term union, whether it's with yourself or another person, is coming good, then obviously it's time to cut out whatever else has been there in the background that's not actually an emotional connection. So this could be platonic as well. This could be a friend or somebody that you've realized, you know what, what do I really get out of this relationship? It's you're making a firm cutoff here, and now you've got all this potential, all these other choices available to you. So it's like you're clearing out your life. You're really having a spring clean with the energies. Ace of Swords, showing up under your karma. You'll reap what you've sown. And there's a 3 of Wands in the reverse here with the Fool. So I'm getting like your whatever. So this could have been with this person, the direction that you were going with this person, however they were placed in your life, personal or friendship or business or whomever. This Ace of Swords in the reverse is like you realize that wasn't a good idea. This is like, I'm changing course. You're changing course. You realize your ships weren't going to be coming in with this Queen of Wands. Like, that was kind of like, this was a dead end. And you could see it was a dead end. And so, well, they were a dead end for you. You know, and there was just, there's things you're cutting out. And once again, this Ace of Swords, it's like, no, I'm not going to keep going in this direction. I am changing course. I am going to start fresh in some area of life with the Fool. And there's opportunities coming in, and you're going to take those opportunities. And now that you're clearing out what doesn't belong, those opportunities are available. So you could have been a little bit lying to yourself, or, you know, just not living in your truth with I feel like with this Queen of Wands. Yeah. It was not a match for you anyway. It could have just been some temporary thing. So, now there may be some backlash here with something you previously entertained. Oh, we've got the Temperance in reverse. So that backlash could feel like there's an imbalance for a while. I mean, sometimes we've got to like clear out what doesn't belong. And then it feels like there's a void for a minute. Like it could even be a bad behavior or a habit. And it feels like there's a void there, and that void needs to be filled. And you need to fill it with good things. You need to fill it with a goal and some other passion for yourself that's healthy. Otherwise, these toxic things can, you know, start coming back in to fill that void. So I feel like this Temperance in reverse is like something's out of balance. You need something new in your life. Something new with this direction. It could just be that initial feeling, that initial like, oh, you know, it's really hitting me. Like, I knew I needed to do it, but it's, you know, it's feeling empty. I just saw the Page of Wands though there at the bottom of the deck. So it's like starting off with a new passion though, like you've got something else you want instead. What's the Temperance in reverse to the Fool? Yeah, you're just going to stop giving. It's like this Six of Pentacles in reverse is like, when that was in the upright, I feel like you've been giving to somebody, maybe financially, and you've been giving too much of yourself, and now you need to pull back and just keep, you know, like give to yourself again, because this imbalance has come in due to you, like, you know, giving to everybody else. It's created that toxicity for you. So, and I feel like you're speaking up about this. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Swords. You're speaking up about this. I cannot keep supporting whatever this is. And, you know, like, this is where I feel like this Wheel of Fortune's in the upright because you're having this lifestyle change. Whether it's cutting back on expenses or cutting back on what you're doing for other people, or both. People are starting to feel like an expense. And you're starting to, maybe you're making this deadline happen. Because you're overburdened by, like, all that you've got going on. It's like you're really culling all the unnecessary frills out. So, Ace of Pentacles just flipped over. A journey either physical or mental. So, yeah, I feel like you're ready for new money to come in. Empress energy, here we go. Because, you know, this Queen of Wands is not your energy. This isn't somebody external to you. Now, you've been in this High Priestess energy and this Empress energy. Also, this High Priestess could have been like somebody, this older woman, somebody in your life that's been like guiding you. So it could be a spirit guide, or it could be somebody you've gone to see for, could be like therapy or counseling, or somebody you've been talking to, or a spiritual practitioner. Could be like Reiki, homeopathy, massage, anything that's like really helped you to heal and come into yourself. And now this Empress energy, that's perfect how we saw the Ace of Pentacles just flip over, because this Empress is about abundance and creation, and you're wanting to create new financial opportunities. We saw at the bottom of the deck with the tea leaves the success that's coming in. So, you know, for some of you could be birthing a new baby. For most of you, this is about business. This is about getting really, you know, either recreating and building something new within what you already do, like branching out or specializing, or starting something brand new work, new job, new project. But this Empress and this energy, she is attracting those opportunities to her. We've got a Seven of Wands. So you may be, I mean, I feel like you're at you are the best at what you do. You're very talented and you're better than all the competition. But I'm seeing this tower here. With this Page of Swords, and it's like something that you're saying or speaking up about. It's like you're in part of, with all of this, what's going on, and you cutting things out. It's like you've just had enough here. You're having a real clean out. And this tower, I feel like you're bringing in this tower. Like, this is where you realize something has been built on unstable foundations. You're breaking it all down. And this inspiration, this flash of lightning that's hitting, is like you like having a massive realization. Now, given that it's coming up under this Empress and all of this, it's like you're realizing there's a way to do it so much better. Either do something completely different or rebuild what you've currently got in a better, stronger, more stable way. This could be getting a different software program that just makes everything seamless throughout your business or whatever you do. This could be, you know, even just like project management software that helps you manage everything you've got going on in your life, and it makes your like time management just like smooth and sweet. Or is this like a flash of inspiration which has you realize this is, you know, the direction you've been going is totally not you anymore. It's not what you want for your life anymore, and you are burning it all down and starting again. So this is a massive change of direction. And you're like speaking out about it. You're like, you know what? I have realized something and it is not worth what I'm doing, or it is not worth the time and effort and the energy, whatever it is. I'm doing it a different way now. And you're just like super reassured in your conviction to do this. You don't care how you got to fight off to like take this change and implement it. So like, you're really, really powerful right now with, and you know what? But it took for you to get into the fuck it mode. You know, like, screw it. I'm doing me. I'm not caring about anybody else right now, but like in a healthy way. Like, I'm not going to be taken for granted anymore. I'm not just paying for people's stuff. I am not just going to conform to what society expects of me anymore, what my family expects of me anymore. You had to get into that, like, kind of what, like, people or life broke you down a bit to get to this, you know what, this turning point. And sometimes that's where we do our best work and our biggest breakthroughs and our biggest transformations are at, like, seemingly rock bottom moments, feeling like we're fed up, we've had enough. And there's going to be some changes. And you got there. That's where you've gotten to. But I feel like you've gotten there not in a toxic way. You've gotten there in this high priestess way, where you've pushed, you've tried, you've worked hard, you've done the time, and now you're leaving it up to now let the chips fall where they may with that area of life. And because you got there, then you're like, you know what, I know what's really important to me, and I'm making these other changes too. These things, they got to go. This imbalance, this whole, it's got to go. I'm starting something new and fresh. I'm taking on this new opportunity. I'm just getting rid of what doesn't work for me anymore, because why wouldn't I? Why would I keep this stuff around? But it was around and you didn't you let it be there. But you weren't as clear before as you are now about what does not belong. So now you're there. You are well and truly there, Capricorn. New cycle, the World card. You're entering this new cycle in this area of your life, but I feel like it's multiple areas. I feel like it's personally, financially, with your career, with your business, whatever you've got going on. I just saw this Four of Cups in the reverse. You're no longer focused on the past. You're just not going to be in past energy. You're letting it all go. So this is really, really nice. And honestly, I feel like all of this is a successful outcome for you. This is like clearing out the house, clearing out all of it. I feel like it's going to be an unsuccessful outcome to somebody else. Maybe somebody else who was taking their time, dragging things out, going, you'll still be there when I'm good and ready. Honestly, it's giving, what's this unsuccessful outcome to a problem? The Lovers. So I feel like there's a love interest that it doesn't, At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands is a match to this Queen of Wands. So somebody's not happy about this transformation. Definitely not. This is somebody who's a fly-by-nighter. This is somebody who's like, they're just there for a good time, not a long time. But so is this Queen of Wands. So, like I was saying, like there could have been a time for you where you were happy with that. And you were reflecting that back. You were entertaining that in somebody else because that was how you were also feeling and what you were also wanting at the time. But now, no more. No more. You've realized how toxic this energy has been for you with the Devil and the Eight of Swords. You've realized how much this has kept you trapped. And this could be this relationship that's had this huge impact. It's like maybe, it just doesn't belong. It could be codependent. It could just be really toxic. It's over the top in some way. But I mean, Capricorn, this is your energy. I mean, this is your card. You know, the Devil card is Capricorn energy. But, you know, and maybe that's why it's been so easy to have fallen into this. But it's kind of like, you know, having a cigarette and going, oh, it's only one or two, or I'm just a social smoker. I won't smoke the rest of the week. But it started to creep into your life. It started to become habitual, and that toxicity, this isn't just been about going out and having a one-night stand. This has not been like a once-a-month thing. This has started to become more frequent. This has become more often. There could be some toxic behaviors that these two are sharing together, and so it's become, what's the word? It's become like enabling. These two are both enabling each other in these toxic behaviors, and it's just keeping you it's not where you want to be. Where you want to be is in the money here. This 10 of Pentacles and this 9 of Cups. This is where you want to be. This is the satisfaction. And this could be also where you realize they've just been hanging around because they know I've got the money coming in, or something like that. So this unsuccessful outcome, I feel like it's on this other person. I feel like they're the ones that are getting the boot. And this could be a couple. This could be a friendship, a relationship you have with a couple of people like this, that it's just like, you know what, you guys just, you show up, you drink my beer, you eat my food, you smoke my cigarettes, and then you bugger off, and I don't really know what you ever do for me. You're just toxic, something like this. Or just maybe this one person has been reflecting that. So now you could have also gotten to a point where you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out, I'm gonna have a good time, and that could actually be like, that's not a really good outcome to your problem. Could have been just a bit of a flying by the seat of your pants kind of a moment, bit of a whim, bad decision, something that bit you in the butt afterwards. Give me another one for the Lovers. Took the Knight of Wands from reverse. Yeah, see, I think you realize that somebody was coming across with this fake confidence. Like, they were just flaunting their stuff, like trying to make themselves out to be somebody they're not. And the life that they're actually living and leading is due to that lack of confidence. They've got a low self-esteem. That's why they're going nowhere. That's why they're in a 5 of Pentacles for themselves. Like, you know, you're getting clear on the people that you have around you. You know, your innermost circle, the people that you hang around are going to have a very big influence, like that circle of influence. And so, you know, hey, they are going through stuff for themselves, obviously, but that doesn't need to come into your life. You need to kind of keep that restricted from it impacting you. You know, I think that you're going to be focusing on having healthier relationships around you. They can work on their stuff and they can pull themselves out of it if they want to, but once again, you're leaving that up to spirit, going, you know, I can't control other people. I can't determine when they want to make positive changes for themselves and pull themselves through in certain areas of life. So you've got to protect yourself and limit the energies you have around you that are having a harmful impact. So this is actually really good. This unsuccessful outcome is you know, it's actually good. It's for them and it's for you. Because I've just seen this 3 of Swords here. Like, I feel like, you know, they're going to be a bit heartbroken. They're going to feel lack of success about it. But, you know, you're focused on your money. You're focused on your wealth. Maybe they were too. You know, maybe they saw you a little bit that way too. And, you know, I keep seeing this Hierophant show up. I mean, I feel like you really work well with structure, and this has not provided that. These people don't have any structure. They just fly by their seat of their pants types, And I think that that's fun and fiery and exciting for you to have a little bit in your life from time to time, but this is like, you need to like limit it. And honestly, I feel like you're a bit of a teacher for them. Like, I don't think this is necessarily conforming to, you know, all of what the Hierophant represents is, you know, like societal norms. I don't see you in that, but I feel like maybe this is why you've entertained this fire energy, this karmic fire energy for a while, because it's been a little way of you breaking out of routine and getting some flair around you. But, you know, ultimately you can see that these are toxic energies, these are karmics, and you want to bring it, you want to rein it back in. And I think that you've actually been more of a mentor to them, an example to them, then I feel like you've learnt from it too. You've learnt from it, otherwise you wouldn't be cutting it out. So, you know, that's unsuccessful to them, and they're going to be a bit like Three of Swords energy about it, but, you know, it's for the best, really. So, and this could have also just been, this could have been like somebody else's relationship that, you know, put you in the middle. Like, something that wasn't even to do with you. Because these two are quite separate in this spread. You know, this Knight of Wands is out here in the future position. This Queen of Wands is something that's, you know, she's in the Two of Swords about it right now. Yeah, there's some time in between these things. But it's just super imbalanced. I mean, you could have even been in a relationship with somebody that started off when you were in these, you know, these reverse positions. Like, maybe you had a time in the beginning of your relationship that it started off in like a really sexual way, and you had a lot of partying, a lot of fun, a lot of all of that, and now things have changed. Now things have calmed down, and maybe the masculine's like, okay, I thought that when, you know, we would get back to that at some point. We would re-entertain those fun times we had when we first got together. Once the kids are growing up and left home, or once things had settled down better, we'd get back to it. But no, it's not what she wants, maybe, or it's like been there, done that, or the people have got to be around and what they do, and, you know, the drugs and alcohol that it involves, what we used to do. No, it doesn't work anymore. So maybe you were kind of, somebody could have been looking forward to a bit of this, and they're like, actually, I've outgrown that. It's not for me. So we've got release fear. That showed up in the reverse. I didn't mean for these to be, I shuffled them. Let me try that again. Because you had release fear but in the reverse, but these shouldn't be in the reverse. So let's try again. What's this one? Ennoble your soul. This is it. This is your card. Because we've got angels and devils. It's like, what side of things do you want to be on? And given we've seen the devil energy out here, we've got these two karmics that are really pulling that devil energy in to your life out here. A sexual energy that just doesn't fit into what you're doing and where you're going. It doesn't fit into where you're at spiritually. Doesn't fit into where you're at and where you want to be committed to financially. This is the flip. Like, it can go either way. You could have whatever you choose, whatever you want to manifest, but what are you choosing? So let's have a look at this. It's time for you to embrace a higher level of responsibility for your actions. At different moments in your life, you may feel lost and desire help from higher angelic beings. Yet, Have you ever thought about the possibility that we are all on a journey of evolution, and that how you behave, treat others, feel, think and feel impacts whether these higher beings have the possibility to evolve or be thwarted? For instance, you have a guardian angel. This angel respects your free will and can only help you if you are open and receptive to this help. This angel is with you in every incarnation, holding the threads of your karma, and has to go through all your ups and downs with you. You are being asked to bring your attention towards ennobling your soul by focusing on creating more loving relationships with those around you. Become more kind and selfless, communicating with your angel on a daily basis and asking how you can be of service to others rather than how you can get more for yourself. It's time for you to receive higher wisdom and act in an honorable way to anyone who is around you, no matter how they are behaving. And the action: take some time to contemplate how you can think and speak more lovingly and positively about others. Who can you selflessly help in your life? Someone who is open to receive your help and grow from it. Review your life. In what areas can you grow more? Are you willing to start to communicate with your angel and contemplate the impact of your actions? So, you see, these people, you may want to help them, but if they're not open to it, it's just, it's just going to impact you, and they're not going to go anywhere. So, like, someone who is open to receive your help and grow from it. These people aren't open to receiving your help. They're open to receiving what you can give to them materially. They're open to receiving your abundance. But are they open to your suggestions, your advice, no. They're not ready. When they're ready, maybe they'll be open to it. But at the moment, it's actually just going to drain you. When we keep giving and hoping and expecting somebody else is going to make them some change. But it's up to them. It's their free will. Just as we have that same free will. So, yeah. I feel like you're making you're having these realizations for yourself. You're pulling back your energy from those that are just taking from you and making no real changes to their lives. So, yeah. It's really good. Capricorn, I think this is a great reading for you. So, thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back in a few days with your next reading. So, until then, bye for now.